Okay, here's part 2 of my question and answer video on hair bows and tutus and stuff like that. So let me just get on to the next question. How did you do the woven tops for the tutu dresses? There's actually, one of my fans have actually made a tutorial. Maybe I'll put the link down below or so I think I'll put the link down below. But she had made a tutorial on how to do the woven tops for the tutu dresses, and that's how I learned. And I posted it on my Facebook fan page, which the link for that will be down below as well, several times, several weeks ago, I think. So maybe I'll post it up again as well. So yeah, you just basically weave it. Like, she has a tutorial, so I'll post it up again. This other person asks, how do you make a simple tutu? I have tutorials on that as well. Petty tutu, the crochet headband that you use, is it one size fits all, or is there different sizes for when the little girl gets older? When I make the tutus with the crochet headband, I usually I measure them out and I take off several inches, because it does stretch. And I get this question a lot as well, as some people, theirs doesn't, like, they'll make it and the headband material doesn't stretch anymore. That could be caused from pulling the tool too tight. You don't need to pull the tool tight. The child's not gonna be able to pull it off. You just pull it, and still have the, like, pull it, but don't pull it tight like a knot. You don't need to. Just pull it enough to where it just wraps around the crochet material. It does not need to be tight. So yeah. This person asks, how did you get started with bow making and how long have you been doing it? I started back in 2008. I started, I think I was Googling how to make, because I was taking care of one of my friend's little girls. She had newborn twins and a 2-year-old, and I was taking care of them. And I just wanted to know how to make little bows for them. So I Googled it and I found several pictures and several things online. I learned basically from Google, like from pictures and like picture tutorials. I didn't do YouTube yet. Like, I didn't look on YouTube yet. I think until like a year later. And I think it was Hair Hardware, I think, that I started learning from. I think it was Hair Hardware, I'm not sure, or it was just several random women that were putting videos up on how to make bows. So yeah, I started in 2008, and I started making tutorials in 2011, I think, or 2010. It was March of 2011 or 2010. I think it was 2011. So I started making tutorials on there. So I've been making bows for about 5 years now, over 5 years. So yeah, and that's how I got started. I just Googled it and I basically taught myself by looking at pictures. So that could be a reason why it took me a whole entire year to get a lot of these things down, because I didn't really have like a video showing me how to do it. It was just basically pictures. So yeah. This person asks, can you show us how you do your tutus on a crochet headband? I have a tutorial on that. And what are the measurements for all size hair bows you make? The tutu measurements as well. I know you have the measurements on your tutorial videos, but they're a little confusing to me. I actually have the measurements on my Facebook fan page as well for the tutus. For the bows, I'm not sure what exact, because I need to know the exact bow that you want the measurement for, and I can let you know. Because different bows, different measurements, different size ribbons, stuff like that. Like, it's a long list of measurements and stuff like that. Like, for the different size bows, like depending on if you want just a simple bow that's 4 inches, there's a certain amount of inches of ribbon that you have to use. But the inches of the ribbon that you use also depends on how wide the ribbon is as well. So like, it's just like a long list of measurements. So if you're more specific, then I can give you the measurements for that. So yeah, if you wanna, whoever asked that question, I guess message me and I can answer that for you. But the measurements for like the the tutus and stuff. I guess be more specific too, because I know I put up the measurements for how wide the waist is. Sorry if it's getting dark. How wide the waist is, how much how many inches the waist is, and then how long the tutu needs to be. So yeah. Let's see. This person asks, what are the measurements for your 6-inch bow? I've tried making it, but I just waste ribbon. Okay, this right here is actually a 5-inch bow of the boutique stacked bow. This top, the pink bow right here, for the 6-inch bow, you're going to be using 21 inches of the 7/8 of an inch wide ribbon. I think it's 21. Yeah, 21 inches of the 7/8 of an inch wide ribbon for this top bow. For these loops, this white ribbon here, the loops, I use, I think it's 5 inches. Each loop is 5 inches. 5 inches long. The spikes, of course, are 6 inches. And the base bow, the spikes, for the loops, the white loops, I use 3/8 of an inch wide ribbon. For the spikes, I use 7/8 of an inch wide ribbon. And then for the base bow, the bow on the back, I use 1.5 inch ribbon. And I use about 2 feet, which is 24 inches. 24 to 27 inches of ribbon I use for the base bow, for the 6-inch. So, yeah. What do you use to ship your bows, and where do you get the supplies? I buy my boxes at Walmart. Let me see if I can get one for you. Hold on. I don't want you guys to see my... I guess you guys are going to have to see my mess. Okay. Sorry if you guys saw all of this. I get my boxes at Walmart. I just get these boxes. They're like 48 cents each. And the size are 6 by 6 by 6. I think that's backwards. Hopefully it's not backwards. Anyway, but yeah, it's 6 by 6 by 6 inches. And they're 48 cents each, and I just get them at Walmart. And then I also get there's other size boxes there too, for like the tutus and stuff like that. Like the bigger ones, I'll get those as well. So yeah, I would not recommend shipping bows in like a padded envelope like these here. These padded envelopes, do not ship bows in these. I used to, and I got so many complaints of their bows coming squished or messed up, and stuff was broken. Like, say if I had like an embellishment or something on the top, it was like broken or something. Just don't. I know it's cheap and stuff, but please don't use those to ship your bows. If you want to be professional, use a box, because bows are fragile, and you want the customer to get them, you know, still loopy and fluffed up and everything. You don't want them to get them, all flat and squished and not cute anymore, you know. So yeah, go ahead and use boxes, please. What was I gonna say? Where was I? Okay, this person asks, on your pillowcase dress tutorial, you added a cute flower with a piece of a round fabric. Did you just cut the fabric, and how did you make sure it didn't fray? I use that iron-on stuff, the sewable iron-on stuff, and that's what I used, and it prevents the fabric from fraying. I think I say it in my tutorial. I think it's in the tutorial. Like, I ironed it on to this. I think I show you guys in the tutorial the material that I used to iron the stuff on. That way I can iron it onto the dress and then sew it. Like, I sew around the edge. That way it doesn't peel off or anything like that. So yeah, it's just the iron-on material that I put on the back. That way I can iron it onto the dress and then sew it. That way it stays in place. So yeah, it's kind of like a glue stuff that you iron onto the back, and it helps prevent the fabric from fraying as well. Let me do one more question, and then I'll go on to part 3. You gave us measurements for waist and length for the tutus, but what about the tutu dress measurements? I had all the measurements on my laptop, but you guys know that my laptop was stolen. I should have posted them up. I posted up the ones for the tutus, but I was actually going to make a tutorial on the tutu dress and have all the measurements posted up, but I didn't, and I lost all of them. And I tried finding the measurements again, and I cannot find them. I don't know where I looked and how I found them, but I can't find them for the tutu dresses. I just can't find them. So I'm just going to keep looking, and then I'll post them up on my fan page under notes where I have the tutu measurements. So yeah, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Like, I would post them, but since my laptop was stolen, all that information that I had was taken with it as well. So yeah, let me go ahead and film part 3.